Since 2016, when Mizuno pioneered the GX Sonic 3, every other tech suit brand has been trying to make their own version of it. And while they're trying to catch up, Mizuno has been moving things on. With the 6th generation of GX Sonic suits, they are one step ahead of every other competitor for the 6th time in a row. Today I'm going to talk about the very best of the bunch, the Mizuno GX Sonic 6 NV, the Noble Velocity. And we're going to be talking about why you should get this suit throughout today's video. I'm about to race a 50 butterfly, and if you're a sprinter like me racing 50 and 100 meter events, then the Mizuno 6 NV is the best option for you. Now, something I do want to mention is putting it on will take a lot of time, and I'm going to give myself a little bit extra now to go put this suit on and make sure I've got enough time before the race. Now, my recommendation for you would be that if you are buying one of these brand new, that you try it on at home before you go to a meet. The first time you put it on, if it fits correctly, could take you upwards of half an hour to wear. And if you're doing that for the first time at a meet, it could lead to a lot of stress. I also think this is one of the only suits in the world that swims a little bit better on the second wear. So if you are gonna save it for a championship meet, give it a little go in training, make sure it fits well, and then unleash it for its best swim on its second wear. The other thing with Mizuno suits is they have the best longevity. These will perform well time after time, year after year. And with their newest models, they don't rip either. So they stay water repellent, they stay fitting, they stay true to size, and you can wear these for an entire season without any degradation like competitor models. I'm gonna go put this on and race this 50 butterfly.
I think the event you predominantly swim should dictate what model of suit you're going to get. This suit is best in class for all events 50 and 100 meters in length. I particularly like it for freestyle butterfly because the kick support and snap really does just make a massive difference, and you really notice it from the very first wear. For breaststroke, which is a bit of a unique stroke, I personally love it, but I do have a more narrow kick. And I know that swimmers who have that more old school wide kick might want a bit of more range of movement, especially for the 100 meter distance. But still, in my opinion, for 50 and 100 breaststrokers, the NV is the model I would recommend. As you go to events that are 200 meters and beyond, Mizuno's CR and ET, or even models from other brands, might start being a better option. If you do really like compression, even for say a 200 free or 200 fly, then knock yourself out, grab an MV. If you still race a lot of events, you're an age grouper, you want a tech suit that's going to cater from events from 50 to 1500 meters in length, then maybe you want to try and find a more versatile model. The NV is a specialist's weapon.
I don't know what's going on. I just went the second fastest 50 fly of my life, 4 years on for my PB. Not shaved. I mean, I'm gutted I didn't shave because I really think I could have got the best time. That's the most invigorated I've been post-swim. What's happening?
No, mate.
Yeah, since my best in 2019. You know, I'm truly in disbelief how quick I just went, and the swim felt really good. I feel like I can just push the last maybe 7 to 10 meters a little more in the future, but I'm not complaining. I mean, that's the second time I've ever been 24 in my life, individually. My PB is 24.81, that was 24.98, and yeah, just stoked with how it felt. And yeah, these Mizuno suits. This suit is the first suit since the GX Sonic 3 where I put it on, and every time I'm like, wow, this suit does wonders. Like, no other model, not the 4, the 5, other brands. None of them feel this good when you put them on, you dive in, you're like, oh my God, this is great. That's enough about today's swimming though. Let's go to more about the suit, make a bit of a review here. And I first want to talk about how I went to Japan just to pick up the suit.
Mizuno is the biggest sports brand in Japan, and they put a lot of effort into making world-class race suits. I was super privileged to go to their flagship store in Tokyo and pick these suits up just after launch. They are now launching in the USA as well.
I'm going to try and quickly summarize all the things that this suit does so well. The first thing is the dual layeredness. I don't know if that's a word, but everywhere where you can see the red material, there is 2 layers. And what it does is it traps air in between, which sits you higher in the water. In swimming, everything we should do is trying to get our body position higher in the water so there's less frontal drag. We can either do this with stroke mechanics, or we can do it using a suit that literally pulls us up. The next thing is what they call their sonic line hamstring taping. And what they have done here with this suit is better than ever before. The first taping they done was just 2 parallel lines of taping. They then moved to a Sonic Line X, where they had an X-shaped taping, which as it pulls down on your down kick, it kicks you back up. Basically, the tension causes a spring event back up. This suit has exaggerated the taping to a new level. It has basically an X shape on top of an X shape, which when you swim, feels unbelievable. You even feel it on your walking. When I'm walking, I feel like a robot being mechanically moved forwards. The last thing that this suit does so well is compression, and that is a sprinter's dream. It uses 2 different materials, a Riptex mirror at the front on the crotch, and everywhere where you can see the suit is red. It then has a Sonic Light material, which is a thick, papery material on the front where you can see it's black. The combination of these 2 materials gives you the best compression on any suit today. Having a really tense material on the Riptex that is actually slightly ribbed creates turbulence and water breakup as you swim through the water, and then a more traditional water repellent material. It still does all the other things really well, such as water repellency, longevity, and fit, and the slightly higher waist fit that doesn't come quite up to the belly button like the first generation of high-waisted suits did, engages your core and gives you extra support as you swim. I noticed these things for the first time in the water when in LA, a week before my National Championship Masters meet where I set a world record, I gave this a try in a stand-up 50 freestyle long course at the USC pool.
I want to clarify that Mizuno have not sponsored this video. This is all unbiased and honest opinions, and my job is to recommend you the best suit. In some products across the board, there might be some umming and ahhing about what's best in class, or what maybe you should get, or maybe if you like this, get that, and if you like that, get this. Sprint suits, this is my only recommendation. If you ask me what suit you should get for a 50 backstroke or 100 butterfly, this is my answer. There's no other options. A carbon core isn't going to cut it. A Pure Intent 2.0 isn't going to cut it. A Tierra Victor is not going to cut it. This is the option.
Good job, Sonny. How'd it feel?
Suit is cracked. I've not had a good suit on in a while.
Nice.
I couldn't believe what time I went with such ease, and when the coach told me I went 24.6, I was mind blown. I then carried that to the Masters Nationals meet a week later, where I ended up setting a world record wearing this suit. I can't believe that Mizuno, 3 generations on from the best suit ever made, they've somehow raised the bar again and left every other brand in its dust. I can't recommend any other suit nearly as much as this, especially if you're a sprinter. And if you're not a sprinter, Mizuno have models to take care of you with their CR and ET model, which will be reviewed on a separate day. If you want to see them reviews, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.